Are you looking for an elegant and quick dessert for tonight's dinner party? Hi, I'm Summer Collier from aspicyperspective.com, and today we're making a beautiful, luxurious chocolate espresso mousse featuring Cuoricini cookies from Mulino Bianco, Italy's #1 bakery for crispy, beautiful cookies. And the reason this is such a great combination is because Cuoricini cookies are meant to be paired with espresso. So crumbling them over the top of this recipe is not only the perfect pairing in flavor, but also adds that extra crunch. We're gonna start by melting the chocolate, and we're setting it in a double boiler. And I have a really lovely one here, but you can always just use a small sauce pot with a little bowl over the top. You add just a little water at the bottom so that the chocolate can melt really gently. So while the chocolate is melting, I'm gonna go ahead and cream some butter and some sugar together. And creaming is the process of beating butter and sugar on high speed so that you break down the sugar crystals. That's really important for a smooth finish. So once the butter and sugar are creamed together and they're light and fluffy, we're gonna move on to our chocolate. The chocolate should be melted by now, and it's time to add espresso powder to give it the espresso flavor. And cream. So basically what we have here is a beautiful espresso flavored chocolate ganache. In order to turn it into a mousse, we're gonna beat it into the creamed butter and sugar, and we're gonna add eggs for a silky texture. It's a good idea to scrape the bowl to make sure you incorporate all the butter and sugar into the chocolate. All right, and we're gonna beat it again for just a minute to make sure it's smooth. So next we're gonna add a little pinch of salt, because everything needs a little pinch of salt, and we're gonna add some vanilla extract. And then we're gonna crack the eggs and add them one at a time. This is a really important step because the eggs need to beat for at least 3 minutes into the mousse individually in order to have that beautiful sheen we love so much about mousse. All right, guys, just look at this chocolatey, silky mousse. It's gonna be so delicious. Now for the final touch on our chocolate espresso mousse, we are gonna take our Cuoricini cookies and we're gonna crumble them up so that you get a spoonful of crunchy crumble in every single creamy bite. 3 or 4 will do the trick. And then I'm just gonna use my hands to crush them up. They're nice and crunchy, but light, so they crumble really easily. Now we're gonna put the two together. You could just scoop the mousse right into serving cups, but I like to pipe it from a piping bag so that it looks really extra fancy. So I'm using a plastic bag as my piping bag, and I like to just push it down into a cup because that makes it easier to fill. Now I'm just gonna scoop the mousse right into the piping bag. Doesn't that look delicious? So once the mousse is in the piping bag, we're just gonna cut a little snip off the tip so that we can pipe it into fancy cups, just like that. And then slowly swirl it into some pretty glasses. So this mousse can be chilled if you want to serve it later in the day or even the next day, but if you're ready to eat it now, go ahead and take your Cuoricini cookie crumble and sprinkle it right over the top. And then to finish off the dessert, we're gonna put 1 crunchy Cuoricini cookie on top of each. The espresso flavor in the mousse, along with the crunchy Cuoricini cookies from Mulino Bianco, is such a lovely combination. This is the perfect quick dessert. It comes together so fast and your guests will love it. For the full recipe, visit aspicyperspective.com.